Today we're going to be talking about Stellar's XLM token and why it's going to be one of them tokens that is going to take over the world of finance by storm. So I hope you will watch to the end. We shall continue right after this intro. So looking at coin market cap, Bitcoin under 70k, Ethereum under 4k, the last few days the market has been ranging. We're going to be talking about why that might be. So the market has been in red for the last few days because of the CPI data. We have got the FOMC meeting today, which is what is causing the market to go in the red. But guys, if you are a long-term investor and you like DCAing into utility coins, now is a good opportunity. And looking at some more crypto news, even in the EU, the USA, crypto is going to decide who gets chosen as the new president, because crypto is the future and everybody knows it. We need pro crypto people. And talking about another important news, guys, on CBDCs known as central bank digital currencies, they are threatening our freedom. Now, we don't know how it's going to be, because once the big boys decide if they're going to have CBDCs, which is probably going to be the case, guys, we're all going to be on the blockchain. It's going to be a cashless system. But we need to pay attention to CBDCs because they are incoming as well. They are aligning on the blockchain with crypto. Looking at the Stellar XLM token, currently at just under 10 cents, market cap of 2.8 billion, 24-hour volume 53 million. We have a max supply of 50 billion and a circulating supply of just under 30 billion. And right now the XLM price is ranging between 9 and 10 cents, and that is the case for the rest of the market. We are in the red zone for the last few days, like we spoke about earlier. The CPI data, the FOMC meeting, interest rates, it's all being controlled. When they are ready, guys, you won't need to ever sell your tokens, because if you're holding the right ones, you will have generational wealth and passive income for the rest of your life. And Stellar XLM, guys, is an important crypto to hold if you want to be financially free. Let's talk about why. Looking at a tweet from Edo Farina, Stellar versus Bitcoin. Now this is a good one, guys. Why is Stellar better than Bitcoin? Listen carefully. Stellar's XLM is designed for faster, cheaper and more energy efficient transactions, making it more efficient alternative than Bitcoin. Speed wise, Stellar boasts transaction speeds of 3 to 5 seconds compared to Bitcoin's 10 minutes plus. The fees are low, guys. Stellar's transaction fees are a fraction of a cent, while Bitcoin's can range from a few cents, and I don't honestly think it's a few cents, it's in the tens of dollars. And with the energy efficiency numbers, guys, we already know Bitcoin uses too much energy, while Stellar operates on a consensus algorithm called the Stellar Consensus Protocol, which is very energy efficient. Talking about security, Stellar's SCP provides a secure and decentralized network without the needs for resource-intensive mining, which is what Bitcoin requires. And Stellar has been built for businesses because you can use the XLM tokens cross-border with fast speeds, cheap transactions, where Bitcoin, you can't even use it to pay for a coffee, because by the time the transaction has gone through, your coffee is now cold and you have paid 10 times the amount of what your coffee is worth because the fees are too much. And talking about multi-currency support, Stellar is a winner there, guys, because it's got various cryptos and fiat currencies which users can exchange seamlessly. And talking about inclusivity, guys, Stellar focuses on connecting people, banks and payment systems in developing countries. It's promoting banking, right? It wants to get everybody online, where Bitcoin, even if you had Bitcoin, you can't actually use it to do much, right? They call it a store of value, but I think that's all it is. It's just a store of value. It's just sitting there. You have to exchange it for other things to be able to use it to pay for something. In the innovation sector, Stellar has been innovating non-stop. And with Bitcoin, what's happened with Bitcoin? We don't know who the creator is, right? It could be a number of governments, a number of companies. We don't know who Satoshi is, right? They haven't introduced any new developments on Bitcoin because we don't know who the owner is, right? Craig Wright, definitely not the right person. And with Stellar, guys, we've got the management team all over the world in events talking about the expansion of XLM and its ecosystem and how good it is and how it solves a real world problems. So this is why I say, guys, that Stellar XLM is definitely worth a huddle. especially for the longer term until at least 2030, because XLM is solving a real world problem. It's already working with some of the biggest governments and companies in the world, so be prepared. Looking at a tweet from Crypto Disciple, QSI, Emily Stella, Queen speaks on bridges. Now guys, this is very important, right? They're talking about potential where XRP, XLM are a bank. Imagine that, right? A Ripple bank, a Stellar bank. I think it is very possible that they are going to be the banks. They are going to be holding our crypto. Maybe we're going to be using them to earn passive income. Who knows? But it is going to be the future, guys, where everything's going to change. We can't use the old banks to run our crypto for us. Either they change or we get new companies in, like the crypto companies out there like Ripple and Stellar, to become the banks and solve that problem of holding our crypto so we can earn from them without ever selling them. Listen to this.
Component it is. So just as a recap, the smaller bridges are things like the individual gold banks, XRP Bank Bridge, XLM Bank Bridge, etc. Right? Basically the Indus ones, because these are the individual banks or let's say exchanges that those assets are moving over into Stellar on. The next layer of bridge on top of that would be things like SEP40, Bank Bridge, Terabithia, these big assets like your native Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. Then above that's your Ledger Bridge, and above that, which may or may not come in the future, I've talked to the developers. We haven't confirmed if they're going to make a bigger bridge. It's a possibility. So when that comes, we'll obviously do an ICO on that. But at least the current structure will help you understand how these cars move off of the garage onto your neighborhood street, into your bigger city street, into the highway, which is Ledger Bridge, over into where you need to go, which is Stellar.
And there you have it, guys. We're going to have bridges all over the place, right? Just like how we have bridges in the world when we travel right now. It's going to be very, very interoperable. This is what they want. All the big players who are solving real world problems like Stellar, Ripple, XDC, and many others that we cover on these channels to be interoperable. And I honestly think, guys, that all of these big boys are going to be together solving parts of a problem and then working together to make it a reality. There's not going to be one blockchain to rule them all. It's going to be a number of them who solve different parts of the problem. So all you have to do is be prepared. Hodl your XLM with diamond hands, because a lot of things are incoming for the XLM ecosystem. Looking at a tweet from Mr. John XLM. XLM is unstoppable. Its influence will be felt everywhere and the whole world will need to adapt. Even governments will have to make major adjustments. And guys, this is the reality. Right now, real-time adjustments are happening across the world in governments. They are adopting crypto. They are bringing in regulations. They are picking pro-crypto government people to run the show in many countries. It's how it's going to be. Let's have a quick listen to Danielle Dixon on the future of XLM.
So once you have this kind of technology and you leverage a blockchain that's a global public blockchain, you can see what people can build on it. And so the UNHCR is actually leveraging that to be able to provide aid on a weekly basis into regions like Ukraine and others. That's really important. It's fast. It takes less than a minute to be able to get your wallet set up. They receive their aid from start to finish. From the start of receiving a text message saying they're eligible for aid to finish in 3 minutes. That's remarkable. They can then take their aid and they can walk into MoneyGram and cash out. They can hold it. They can put it in their bank accounts. There's so much flexibility. And when you think about what that does in situations like this for humans, is it empowers people who feel pretty powerless. Right. You need to be able to receive aid. You're in a pretty dire situation and they feel empowered to control their life and control their value. That's what blockchain technology combined with powerful organizations like MoneyGram and the UNHCR can do.
So as you heard there, guys, something we talked about not long ago. Stellar is providing, empowering people to hold aid. So just say you are in a war-torn country like Ukraine right now. You haven't got access to any money, but you can receive aid. Within 3 minutes, you can have money in your wallet. And then you can walk into MoneyGram, cash it out, or use it digitally on that wallet. How amazing is that? Imagine being in that situation and having access to no funding, no money. How would you feel? You would be pretty powerless. But with this ecosystem, it is solving a real world problem. It's helping people to have access to funding, have access to money so they can continue their life in a positive manner as much as they can. So guys, this is what I'm talking about. A real world problem that is being solved by Stellar XLM. Once again, it's gonna be worldwide. There is no doubt. because real problems are going to be the winners. Utility will win, and XLM is full of utility. Just before I let you go, guys, I have now got a Instagram profile, Crypto Ready 1. I'm going to be sharing a lot of different things I don't do on YouTube or Twitter, so please follow me. I'm going to leave a link at the top of the description or on the top of the video right now, just so you can join in and learn some other things that I cover on Instagram as well. Thank you very much.